Good morning, welcome back to another weekly vlog. I am not feeling brilliant still. I think I said at the end of my last weekly vlog that I felt very wiped out and tired and just not that well, and I still kind of feel like that today. But I'm kind of trying to get myself moving and get on. My sister-in-law Emma is coming round in a little while. And I'm going to take her out for lunch because it's her birthday on Wednesday, but we can't do anything on Wednesday. So yeah, we're going to go, I think we're going to go to a place called Frenchie's, which is like a kind of like American diner type place. They do like desserts, so like pancakes and waffles and stuff, but they do like other food as well, I think. So yeah, I'm going to take her there, and then I think we're going to come back and just watch a film at home. We were like looking at going to the cinema, but there's like not much out that I haven't seen, and anything that there is out, the timings just weren't right. So yeah, I think we're going to come back and watch something on Netflix or something, and maybe pick up some popcorn or something. So hopefully that'll be quite nice for her and for me. But yeah, I've managed to get myself up and dressed, and I'm going to do a bit of editing until she gets here, and then I'll take you with us and show you what we have for lunch. It is much later in the day now, and I don't really think I filmed very much. I did a bit of editing this morning, and then Emma came over around lunchtime-ish, and we went, well, we were planning to go to a place called Frenchie's. I don't know whether it's a chain or whether it's just like a one-off place. And we got there, and it was basically in darkness, and it turns out that it's not open on a Monday, which, like, I don't know why I didn't see, because I looked on their website and everything, and I didn't realise that it wasn't open on a Monday. Thankfully, like, where it is, there's like lots of other restaurants and stuff, and there was a Creams, so we thought, well, Creams is kind of similar, so we went into Creams, and it was open, but we were the only two people in the restaurant, which was kind of weird, but it meant the service was good. I'd never actually been to Creams before, so yeah, that was my first time there. Emma had a waffle with strawberries and chocolate and Nutella and ice cream and stuff like that, which looked very nice, and she had a strawberry smoothie. I just went for like normal crepes with icing sugar and lemon, and it comes with ice cream as well, which I couldn't eat much of. And then they do a Black Forest hot chocolate, which is my absolute favourite at Costa, so I was like, let's try it and see. And it's different from the Costa one, but it's still quite nice. I couldn't drink it all because it was huge, but what I had was very nice. So yeah, we kind of came out of there feeling rather sugared up, but Emma, I think, enjoyed it. And then we came home and yeah, went on Netflix and had a quick flick through, and like one of the first films that came up on Netflix was Sing. We've both seen it, but we both really loved it. The last time I saw it was actually in the cinema, so we thought, like, because neither of us are very good at making decisions, so it came up and I was just like, let's just go for it, otherwise we'll be here all day trying to make a decision. So yeah, we just chilled out and watched Sing, sang along to like all the different songs in it, which was fun. That's just kind of finished. We've watched an episode of Friends, and Emma has had to head home now. I am just going to have a little bit of quiet time, because I'm meant to have, well, I'm meant to have 2 meetings tonight, which happens now and again, because the mental health group that I run is on a Monday, and council meetings tend to be on Mondays, so sometimes they clash, and when council meetings come up I tend to try and go to council meetings, but I'm not quite sure what's happening tonight. Like, there hasn't been a huge amount of communication about the council meeting, so there seems to be a bit of confusion over like what time it is and who's organising it and where it is. Mental health meeting is at 7:30, and like the locations of the two are like literally just down the road from each other. So I'm going to go to the mental health meeting and set them up, and then I will go over to where the council meeting is meant to be, and just see if anything is actually happening. I'm hoping that it won't go on too long, because I don't know, I'm not quite sure what the plan is. So yeah, go to the council meeting, and then depending on what time it finishes, I can go back to like the end of the mental health meeting and just like pick up the bags of stuff that we've got and yeah, lock up. That's the plan. We'll see if it works, but for now I just want to kind of have a little bit of quiet time, and try and find a bit of energy before I have to go out again. Just about still say good morning to you. I've had a very quiet morning, spent a lot of it asleep, woken up in quite a lot of pain this morning. I think just from having quite a busy day yesterday, it's kind of, yeah, floored me a little bit, so that's why I've just spent the morning sleeping mainly. I'm just doing a little bit of editing while I wait for my mum, and then we're going to pop over to Tesco's because I need to pick up a few bits, and I've been kind of putting it off, and it's got to the point where I need like toiletries and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna head over there and do that, and then I've got a committee meeting with my mental health group later. We're just going down to the pub for a drink and a bit of food and to kind of chat things over, which is always quite nice. But yeah, just getting on with some editing until my mum's ready to go out. It's only January, but there are already Easter eggs in Tesco's, and these look quite good actually. M&M eggs. They're all like speckledy, but they look like they would be quite tasty. So yeah, I am sitting on my kitchen floor. We've been back for a little while now, but I haven't got around to filming yet. Most of the stuff I picked up in Tesco's was kind of like boring stuff like toothpaste and cotton wool pads and stuff, but I thought I'd just show you a couple of things that I picked up that were a little bit more interesting. So Mum wanted to just have a quick look through some of the sale stuff, like clothes for kids, because we often like look for bits for Noah, and I found this Mickey Mouse top, which I thought was rather cute. It's sort of got like a holographic Mickey on it, and it was about, I think it was about £3 or something, and then it's got like a Mickey on the back as well, so I thought that might be quite nice for Noah to wear. And then I also picked up Fern Cotton's new book because it was on offer and it was a lot cheaper. I checked on Amazon and it was cheaper at Tesco's, and I really like her other books, and I thought this one was quite apt for me. So it says silencing the brain chatter and believing that you're good enough, which is something that I struggle with, I think. And yeah, I mean, I think I've got happy and calm, and I just thought this one looked quite nice. It's got like, I can't do this with one hand. Please excuse the dog. It's got like little quotes and bits that you can kind of fill in yourself. And yeah, just looks really nice. So I'm going to look forward to reading that. So yeah, as I said, we have been back a while. I had a bit of lunch, quite a late lunch. And now, well, no, then I had to ring the hospital to make an appointment. And now I'm just kind of going to curl up on the sofa, and I've got the telly on, and I'm going to get my laptop and do a bit of council stuff. I'm meant to be doing, I can't even remember if I talked about this before, but I'm meant to be doing like a footpath audit for our town, basically looking at footpaths and stuff and seeing how accessible they are for people with disabilities, which is obviously quite a like personal like project anyway, because I need to get around our town in my wheelchair, and sometimes it can be quite difficult because either like pavements aren't very good, or like bushes are overhanging so you can't get through, cars park on the pavement and you can't get through. So yeah, it kind of got brought to the council, and I said that I would take it on because it's an important issue for me. And at the end of last year, I posted on our community Facebook group, basically asking people, like telling people what I was doing and saying, like, if you have any problems with specific parts of a pavement or whatever, could you let me know? And the response was massive, which is good that in a way, well, it's good that people are wanting to get involved, and they were like very, very supportive of like what I wanted to do. But it does mean that I have a hell of a lot of information to search, like to sift through, and to then try and collate in some way, because basically what I'm doing is putting it all in a like table, and once I've got it all in a table, I'm then going to have to kind of go around each part, take photos of the problem area so that I've got evidence to take back to the council, and then kind of go from there. So I kind of started going through that Facebook post, and then Christmas came and I wasn't well and all this kind of stuff, so I've kind of half done it. So I need to get back and do the rest of that post and finish kind of collating it into a table, and then I can start going out, getting the photos, like collecting data, all that kind of stuff, and hopefully start trying to make a difference. It's going to be a long old process, and it's not going to be easy because basically there's no money for sorting pavements out, so it's going to be really hard to kind of get anything changed, but that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm going to sit down on my laptop and just go through some of that post, reply to people because I don't want them to think that I hadn't listened to them, and yeah, kind of start trying to make a bit of progress now that Christmas is out the way. Okay, so I've done quite well with my council work. I think I've replied to everybody's messages. Obviously that probably won't stay the same because I'm guessing I'll get more messages, but I kind of feel like now I've got a list of like places to go and start looking at and taking pictures of and stuff, which I kind of didn't really have before. So yeah, now if I've got like time, well, when I have like time, hopefully I can get my dad to like come out with me, and go and look at some of the like problem areas that have been raised. I've just got a bit tired though. I don't know, I think going out to Tesco's can be a bit of a struggle sometimes. Like, it was relatively quiet, but sometimes I just find like the bright lights and the noises and the smells and stuff like that can just be a little bit too much. And I don't know, it sounds a bit sad, but like I really like going to the supermarket. I think because I've had a lot of times when I've not been well enough to go out and do like little normal things like that, you kind of appreciate it a bit more. And I could just give my mum a list or something and ask her to go and get bits for me, which I sometimes do, it depends how I'm feeling. But if I can, I like to be able to go myself. I take my electric wheelchair, and it's just nice to be able to like look, and you know, you see things that you wouldn't put on your list necessarily. So like the Fern Cotton book, if I'd have sent my mum, I wouldn't have even really known it was there. So I'm glad that I could go, but it just is a bit tricky sometimes, and it's kind of just left me feeling a bit unwell. So yeah, I'm just kind of lying down watching Hollyoaks now, and then I'm hoping I will get a little bit of energy, like to go, I can't even speak. I'm hoping that I will find some energy to just go down to the pub and meet the other like committee members of the mental health group. It sounds really official when I say we're having a committee meeting. In reality, it's like a few of us who I'm technically on the committee, like I made a committee after a while of like running the group, but basically we're just like a little group of friends going out for a bit of like food and drink and a good old chat about just, yeah, where the group's kind of going this year and that kind of thing. But yeah, I think I need to just have a bit of a rest and get some energy back to kind of let myself be able to do that. Hello. Hello. Oh. Should we open the curtains so we can see? Hey. Yeah, we've just got to open the curtains. Hello. Are you saying hello? Oh, that's better. We can see now. Have you had a lovely sleep? Have you had a lovely sleep? Should we get you out? Should we get you out? I think we need to change your nappy. Yeah. Yeah. What can you see? Oh, you're looking at the ball pond balls. Is that the balls for the ball pond? Yeah. Is that funny? Is that funny? What can you see? What can you see? The balls. The balls. Yeah, I know. Yeah. What's happened to Ellie? Where's Ellie gone? Have you thrown her on the floor? Oh dear. Is Ellie on the floor? Oh, you got your doofer. There we go. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll get you out. What have you got?
I think he's got an ambulance, hasn't he, Jenny? It seems to have had a bit of a mishap there.
Whee!
Bum! Oh, bum!
Yeah. Oh, you're dancing. So this is Noah's new plate. It's a suction one, so it sticks to his high chair. But it's got this like raised smiley face, and it's meant to help him to like spoon feed himself. And then you get this like weird spoon with it. So we shall see how it goes.
Oh, what's that mean for a spoon? Try the other hand.
Spoon isn't quite happening at the moment. Is that nice? Yeah. You were hungry, weren't you? Oh my goodness me.
See, that spoon's really useful. It keeps the hand busy.
We're not doing spoon today. Hello, happy Wednesday. I woke up this morning just not feeling very well. Like I had a really bad headache. My whole body is like aching, well, hurting. Which I do get body pain, but it just seems to be worse at the moment. I'm just really, really tired. So I don't know if I've got a bug or something that's kind of simmering underneath, or if it's just because I've kind of been quite busy the last few days and this is kind of like payback. But thankfully I haven't really got any plans today. As you saw, we've got Noah, so he was asleep most of the morning, and then I went to get him up, and he was in quite a good mood when I got him up, and played a little bit and gave him his lunch, but he's feeling a bit like fragile. I think he was sent home from nursery yesterday because he had a temperature, and he's not quite on like top form. I think he's feeling a bit under the weather, bless him. But like, yeah, nothing sort of very specific. So he's now gone out with my mum and dad to the toddler group, and I'm just kind of making the most of a quiet day really. I'm going to get a bit of lunch. I'm and watch the TV for a little bit, and then maybe get on with a bit more editing while he's out. And yeah, just do that until he gets back. This is when I'm really glad that I do not have to go outside. It's absolutely tipping it down with rain, and it's really windy as well. It's just horrible out there. So yeah, I'm quite happy being sort of snuggled up in my office doing some editing. What did you do on the way home?
We had to go and see Mummy and Daddy because it was raining.
Oh, did you see Mummy and
To shelter in
Daddy?
their house
Oh no.
till Nanny came.
Noah, how many different things do you need to have playing music? 1, 2, 3. Can you say 1, 2, 3? Yeah. Who's that? Scrumpy got wet hair. You got caught in the rain. You got caught in the rain. Who's that? Who's that? Noah? Who's that? Say hi. Oh, that's Grumpy, yeah. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Say hello. Say hello. Hello. Yeah. Mwah. Can you be a monkey? You go, ooh, 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 ha, ha. Can you be a train? Can you say choo choo? Choo choo. Choo choo.
Young, and we didn't want to be exposed. Even though it was cold, we were never wearing proper clothes. Always trying to be cool.
So I've been a bit of a crap vlogger today. Actually I have probably most of this week. I had hoped to film a bit more today, especially because we had Noah, but I've just felt crap. And as much as I want to be real on my vlogs and not kind of hide like chronic illness and stuff, I don't want it to be filled with like negativity too much. So yeah, that's how it's been, and kind of, I don't know, there's only so many times I can tell you that I feel crap without it getting boring. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a bath and wash my hair, get into my pyjamas, have a cup of tea and go to bed, and hope that I feel a little bit better when I wake up in the morning. Good morning, please excuse the light. I have just come out of my group, feeling a little bit better today than I was yesterday, which is good. We've pretty much had every kind of weather going this morning. When I woke up, it was like torrential rain, and then that changed to snow, and then it's changed to like really nice sunshine, like bright sunshine, clear skies. So yeah, it's been a bit random this morning, but the group was good. I am gonna head home now, and I'm not quite sure what's happening because we haven't had Noah this morning because my mum and dad were out, so I'm not sure if we're going to be getting him this afternoon. Depends what my brother wants to do really. I've got reflexology this afternoon though, so I'm quite looking forward to that. But apart from that, don't really have any plans.
Trying to be those bad guys, smoking cigarettes behind the school. Always trying to be cool, trying to be those bad guys, you know. I still think about what we had when we were younger. We were never running out of time. As long as we had each other, oh, everything was black and white. Driving in a car, never knowing how far we go. When we were younger, stay for hours, and we looked into each other's eyes. Hey, I thought I was Romeo, I was looking for my Juliet. And as soon as I left, I told my friends. Those days made me who I am. When we were younger, we were never running out of time. As long as we had each other, everything was black and white. Driving in a car, never knowing how far we come. When we were younger, oh, when we were younger.
So today has been a bit of a like disjointed day, just like lots of little things happening. I had my group this morning, and then what happened? Well, then I came home and put a vlog up to upload, had some lunch, and then Richard got here with Noah. So we tried to put him to bed because he hadn't slept like properly this morning, but he wasn't having any of it. So we played with him for a bit. He wasn't massively happy, bless him. But yeah, we played for a bit. I then had my reflexology session, which was nice and relaxing. And then then my mum and I went down to the doctors. We've just got back from the doctors because I had a couple of things I needed to sort out, and yeah, basically they didn't get sorted out. I'm meant to be doing a 24-hour urine sample, so I need a special like pot for it. And this was, well, I thought this was spoken about like right at the beginning of January. It might have even been New Year's Eve, I can't remember. And like they said they would ring me when it was there, and I hadn't heard anything. So my mum went in yesterday to ask like if it had arrived yet, and it hadn't. And then I had a missed call from the doctors today. So I went down to kind of say, is someone trying to get hold of me? And then they said, they like read the message off the screen, and it just didn't make sense because it was like, what was it? Oh, tell patient pot has arrived. And then there was another message that said patient said they still haven't received pot or something. And then there was another message that's now saying that I have to now ring the pathology lab at our hospital to ask where it is. And I don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna have to try and sort that out tomorrow. And then also I got a letter today, kind of, I think it's like on the choose and book system, which they do a lot of now, basically saying that it looks like I haven't made an appointment that I was meant to have made, so can I make it? But it doesn't say what the appointment's for, who it's with. And when you are chronically ill and you have like quite a lot of appointments going on, that's not massively helpful. It's got no like details on it of how to book it apart from the website, but you need like an access code and a password and stuff, which I haven't been given. So I asked them about that, and they weren't really sure either. So I said, well, can you let me have the access code and then I can log in and find out what it's for? And they said, oh, we can't give you the access code, it has to be a different secretary at the practice. So I've got to now ring a different, like the other secretaries at the practice to try and get the access code, to try and find out what this appointment is about, or what I've meant to have done that I haven't done. So yeah, it's kind of stressful. I always say, look, being ill is a full-time job, because I seriously feel like I spend half my life like dealing with paperwork and appointments and chasing things up, and the other half of my life is spent being ill. So anyway, that's what today has been. Thankfully I have nothing else now this evening, so I've got the telly on. I think I'm going to make some crumpets because it's cold and I'm cold and I just want something easy and cozy. I would normally have a Fortisip, but I feel quite sick, and I tend to find the Fortisips do make me feel more sick. And also because it's so cold, I just want something warm, but nothing that's too difficult. So hopefully crumpets will be all right. But yeah, I think I'm gonna watch TV, have some crumpets, get into my pajamas and make a cup of tea and just snuggle on the sofa for a bit. Good morning. I am up relatively early today. I have got a day full of appointments, so I'm just about to head off to the hospital to see my urologist. It's just a local hospital, thankfully. But yeah, heading off there. I've ordered my Disney pins, so the Disney Wisdom collection that is coming out for this year. That's like, they had the Mickey Memories one last year, which I collected all the pins for, and then they're doing a Disney Wisdom collection this year, which I've decided that I'm going to do the pins again. So I've ordered them, and yeah, going to head off now to the hospital. Right, I'm back from the hospital. We got there quite early, so ended up going to the cafe for a cup of, well, I had hot chocolate, I'd had a coffee. You can never really tell, like, the queue usually, like, to get in the car park can go like right down the road and take ages to get in, and there was a queue and it was like a little bit, but we managed to, like, once we'd got in, we managed to find a space pretty quickly, which was lucky. Appointment went okay. There wasn't like much to come from it because I was just updating him on seeing the urologist up in London, about like not really going for the operation at the moment. The only thing that has come from it is that unfortunately this urologist is retiring in May, which I'm pretty gutted about because he's lovely, he's been really good. I've seen him for quite a few years now, and he's always been very like supportive and easy to talk to and stuff, so it will be a shame to see him go. He said he's going to pass me on, basically one of his registrars is going to be taking over his consultant position, so he wants me to see him. He said he's very nice, but obviously I don't really know until I meet him. Sorry, that's my phone. So yeah, next time I go, which will be like July time, I will be seeing the new guy. So yeah, it'll be a shame to not have this urologist anymore. Then on the way home, I had to fill up with petrol and then pop into the church parish office so my dad could print out some more tickets, because we've got a Philippa Hannah gig coming up next weekend. So yeah, he's been printing off tickets for that. Back now, kind of waiting for my lunch to cook, and I am going to sort through, we've got like loads of boxes of stuff that just need sorting through, and some of it's mine, so I think I'm going to sort through some stuff. Oh, I phoned the doctors again to try and sort out the urine collection bottle and this appointment that I apparently should have made, and I'm really not getting very far. They told me to ring the hospital about the bottle. I rang the hospital and they said no, the GP needs to contact them to request it. It's just a nightmare. And the appointment, basically they told me that the secretary was on lunch, so I couldn't get the code to make the appointment, so I've got to ring back. So yeah, I'm just getting stressed out, but I am going to do a bit of sorting before lunch is ready.
What's it like to be the one that he turns to when he's out of answers? What's it like to be the one that he comes to when he wants to dance? And I wonder what's that like? I have got him on my mind.
So I feel like I have just been a really rubbish vlogger this week, but I'm trying to think the last time I spoke to you, I think I was doing a little bit of tidying up downstairs. Oh, my voice is going really funny. So yeah, I did a bit of the tidying, had lunch, did a little bit more tidying up, kind of made a bit of progress, which was quite good. And then I had to go for my physio appointment, and I had some more of the like dry needling. He did a mixture of dry needling and acupuncture, which seems to like help a bit. I still get pain from my occipital nerves right round into my head, but I'm having some injections not next week but the week after to try and help that. Yeah, and then I've just been home and just doing some little admin-y boring bits, trying to like empty a memory card, and because I was filling up the other one and basically didn't have any space left to vlog. So that's done now, so I've got a full, a completely empty memory card ready to vlog. But yeah, I mean, it's quite late. It's like 6:15, so there's not really going to be much more to vlog today. I think I'm just going to have my 4 to sip, watch a bit of TV, get into my pyjamas, have a cup of tea. I'm very, very predictable. And yeah, just have a quiet night, I think. Possibly tomorrow. Oh, sorry, my hand's falling asleep. My mum has suggested going to Matalan tomorrow because I ordered a jumper before Christmas. Well, ordered other bits as well, but the jumper came with the security tag still on it, and I just haven't got round to getting it sorted out. So possibly going to do Matalan tomorrow and maybe go over to Homesense because they're quite close to each other. Don't know if doing it on a Saturday is a good idea, but we might try. So might have some things to film tomorrow. But yeah, just gonna have a quiet evening now, I think. So I was up quite early this morning, considering it's Saturday. Not like for any particular reason, just because I woke up and it was quite early, which I always kind of find is like the way, like if you don't have to be up, you wake up early. If you do need to be up early, then you oversleep. That's what I do anyway. But yeah, so I'm up and dressed, and I think my mum and I are going to go out to Matalan because I need to get the security tag taken off a jumper that I ordered like online because it came with the security tag, and we just haven't got around to sorting it out yet. So we're going to go there, and then Homesense is quite nearby, so I think we're going to do that as well, which should be quite nice. I'm just hoping it's not going to be too busy because it's Saturday, which is probably wishful thinking, but we'll give it a try and see. It's not the end of the world. If it's really busy, we'll come home, but I just want to be able to wear my jumper, so yeah, hopefully I can get the tag off that and possibly have a little look around the two shops as well.
He doesn't know my name and I'm running out of time. I wish you felt the same, and I'm acting stupid like every day. Don't know what to do or what I should say, 'cause I've got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. What's it like to hold his hand when he tells you that you're all he wants? And it's midnight, oh, I'm thinking about him. I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name, and I'm running out of time. I wish you felt the same, and I'm acting stupid like every day. Don't know what to do or what I should say, 'cause I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. I wanna hold his hand, 'cause I can't stop thinking about him. And would he understand if I told him how I feel about him? I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't.
So we are back from our little trip out this morning. It wasn't like hugely successful. I did manage to get the security tag taken off my jumper, so I can now wear that finally. They'd also sent me a £10 gift voucher because of the fact that they left the security tag on. So we had a look around the shop in Matalan, but I didn't really see anything that I liked. They had a lot of sales stuff still, so I might wait until, like, I don't know, some of the new stocks come in, and well, I can look online anyway. My mum picked up a couple of bits though, so because there's some really nice like baby stuff and a lot of like Disney baby stuff, which was nice. So yeah, we got a couple of bits in there, and then we went over to Homesense. It was much more crowded in Homesense. Matalan was really quiet, but Homesense was pretty busy. I had a little like mooch around, smelt some of the candles, which we found a few nice ones, but nothing like that I desperately needed to get. Like, I have a lot of candles already, so I'm kind of trying to use them up. And we were looking for like a storage box type thing, but we couldn't really find anything that we liked. So yeah, had a look around and came out with nothing, which must be a first, because I can't remember the last time we didn't buy something when we went to Homesense. The weather is horrible, it's cold, it's raining, it's dark. So we came home and I made some scrambled egg for lunch for me and my mum. Just about managed to finish that, and I'm feeling slightly ill. I was thinking of having a hot chocolate at some point, but I don't really want one at the moment. So I think I am gonna snuggle up on the sofa with this one. He's been a bit of a pain in the bum at the moment, aren't you? He is. Not that he looks it. He looks like butter wouldn't melt. Oh, he's off. So yeah, I am going to snuggle on the sofa. I'm going to put something on the telly. Don't know what yet. Something that I've got so much recorded that I kind of want to catch up on. And I might try and write some thank you letters for Christmas, because it's getting on and it needs doing. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Like, with my birthday, I wrote a couple to like, so I wrote like the one to my grandma and to a couple of other like family members, and then I had to like type the rest out because I'm still having trouble with my wrist. I haven't seen the surgeon about my wrist yet, so it's not going to get any better. So I don't know whether I'm going to have to do that again. I'll see how I get on with writing like my grandma's and stuff, and see how it goes. But yeah, I think that's the plan for the afternoon. I should probably be, I don't know, doing some other stuff, but I just don't really feel like doing anything else. So sofa, TV and letter writing it is.
My name, I'm running out of time. How wish you felt the same, and I'm acting stupid like every day. Don't know what to do or what I should say, 'cause I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name.
Good afternoon. I am finally wearing my new jumper from Matalan. I got the tag taken off yesterday finally, and so I'm wearing it today. It's really cozy. I had church this morning and came home and then ended up falling asleep after lunch. So I've only just woken up and it's like 4:30. But I really fancy a hot chocolate, so I'm going to try and make myself one. I can't decide how I'm going to make it at the moment because I can't really drink normal milk. So I don't know whether to try and make it with water or with my coconut milk, but we'll try something. And Tangled is just about to come on the telly, so I'm going to drink my hot chocolate, watch Tangled, and I think I might do a little bit more of my Project Life album as well. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do this afternoon.
He doesn't know my name.
It's the end of another weekly vlog, and I thought I would just come on and end the vlog and say goodbye. It's been quite a nice day today actually. It's one of those days where I just kind of thought, I don't know, you get to the end of it and you just think, oh, I needed that. Had church and then came back and had a bit of lunch, and then I actually fell asleep on the sofa for a couple of hours. I don't know, I put The Simpsons on and thought, oh, I'm just going to close my eyes like for a few minutes and then I'll get on and do something. And then kind of open my eyes again and Snoopy was on or something. I don't even know, like some sort of Snoopy Charlie Brown movie was on. And I was like, okay, this wasn't what was on when I closed my eyes a minute ago. And it had been like a couple of hours. So I was like, okay, that wasn't quite what I had planned, but I obviously needed to sleep. And then I thought, okay, I need to like get off the sofa now, otherwise I will just probably go back to sleep. So I decided to do a bit of my Project Life album because it's one of my goals for this year, and I'm determined to get last year's Project Life album finished. Like, I am still on I finished January today, so I've still got 11 more months to go, but I'm hoping if I can kind of set aside a bit of time, like quite regularly, I will actually get it done. So yeah, I just did that and watched Tangled because that was on TV, which is one of my favourite Disney movies, and just had a really like chilled out afternoon, which was quite nice. I think I just needed, like, as much as I enjoy like my blogging and YouTube and like the editing and all that kind of stuff, I think it's important to have time to do other stuff as well. Like, I mean, yes, blogging and YouTube is a hobby, although it's an area that I am wanting to turn into a career at some point. Not necessarily like, I mean, it would be great if I could turn like blog and YouTube into a career, but that might not happen. But that kind of area of like writing and journalism and that kind of stuff. So although it is a hobby, I've always got in my mind the thought of how I can like progress it and, you know, like, I don't know, develop it and all that kind of thing. So I don't know, I guess I've just kind of realised that I need to have time doing other stuff. Like when I was at uni, the blog and YouTube was the other stuff for me because it was something away from my uni work. Whereas now, you know, I'm not at uni anymore and the blog and stuff has taken over from the uni work, I suppose. So it's just nice to do something like completely like off like technology and stuff, and just like, you know, cut up my photos and organise them into the album and stick them in and everything like that, and watch Tangled. But you know, so yeah, no, it's been a nice day. Basically is what I have spent nearly 4 minutes trying to tell you. I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. I feel like it's been a bit of a, I don't want to say boring, but just a very kind of like homey appointment kind of vlog. Like nothing particularly exciting has happened, but I don't know, I just haven't really felt brilliant this week, mentally or physically. Like mentally, but physically I can kind of cope with, but mentally just haven't really felt on top form, which has made the whole vlogging thing a bit more difficult, I suppose. So I hope it's been alright. And also I'm hoping I can get some like sit down videos up as well. I filmed a few, and I need to get into a better routine. But yeah, I hope you're all doing okay. If you have enjoyed the vlog and you would like to see more videos from me, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. And I am going to stop rambling now and see you in another video very soon. Bye!